Eh? Tingnan it. Go.
I want to get on a paper.
Introduce yourself, please, sir.
My name is Errol Nelson Simon. I am the great nephew of Winston Spree Simon, the inventor of steel pan, the grandson of Thomas Simon. And my plight here today is that the lands that the refinery own, I have a title for these lands, and it bears a high court order. And these lands were consolidated with Dominion Oils in 1955. My title is from late His Majesty King George V. The government has no title over the minerals in the island of Trinidad and Tobago. What they vest in is Mova Building Construction Company Limited Minerals and Assets. And we kindly advise the government to come and get yourself a lease. Yeah, you need to have this lease in order to deal with the minerals, the oil and the gas in Trinidad and Tobago. The land that the refinery own does not belong to you. You're in arrears here. You're in arrears here. Since you take over, you ain't pay money yet. You ain't pay me no money yet. I ain't get no royalties from you. I haven't gotten any royalties from you to date. Now you cannot read anything into this, eh? This document here, you cannot read anything into this document. Watch my boundaries. I have 5 parcels. Central, east, west, north, and south. These lands were consolidated into one single lease with Dominion Oils in 1955, and the lease expired in 1991. And the government choose not to take a lease, but to go to Parliament and make a vesting act over what is not theirs. And the title bears a High Court order today. You're subject to this. This is King George's Majesty business here in the West, dealing with slavery and the minerals, the cocoa, the coffee, the tonka bean. You can't doubt today, after 400 years, that a slave have a title over the island. You know? You cannot doubt that. This is my title here. And you're subject to this. And if the government don't have a lease, they need to get themselves a title in order to do business. Mover Building Construction Company Limited intends to take full control, full possession of the refinery, because the government owing royalties, they owing rent since 1962. We ain't got no money. Since 1962, the government didn't pay a dime on this. We coming from Dominion Oils. Dominion Oils is the first. Nobody was here before Dominion Oils. And if you see your page 12, your page 21, clause 6 of 4205. Yeah. If and whenever your rents and your royalties in arrears, I'll come and take possession of this refinery. So I want the public to know exactly what's going on, you know. Yeah, because the government do not have a title here, and in order for the people to exist with a title, the government need this lease, because the minerals that they're doing business on is not their own. The Vesting Act, that is an atrocity by itself. You vest in my thing and I have a high court order over my thing. That is an atrocity. That is oppression. But we will take possession of the refinery if you feel to come and work this out amicably. Yeah, this is something could work out. Yeah, because if it's one thing the Simons sure of, you don't have a title here. That is one thing the estate at Thomas Simon is very sure about. That the government does not have a title. Eric William did not get a title. He did not get a title from the British. Look the title here. So this is what it depends on here right now. Is either I have to go and lock the gate via the High Court judgment, or the government come and get themselves a lease. And
Which
let us
gate you plan to lock?
Pointe-à-Pierre refinery. Where the Pointe-à-Pierre refinery is, that is my property. Yeah, that is not the government property. The government did not build the refinery. The slaves built the refinery with Dominion Oils. To date, the government haven't done anything to the refinery to improve anything. After independence, how much time the refinery fall? How much time the refinery fall? Why the refinery fall? People become multi-millionaires off of Petrotrin, and Petrotrin crash. I want the government to explain that. How people get rich off a company and the company crash after something not adding up. So at the end of the day, we taking possession of our refinery, government. You need to come and get yourself a lease, and you need to comply with the judge's order. Yeah, you need to comply with the laws of the land. You're subject to King George V, His late Majesty. Yeah, you're subject to this title. This document here, this is a serious document. You're subject to 4205 of 1956. And 4205 is His late Majesty business, King George V. So the government subject to this. Yeah, the whole country, they subject to this judgment here. "4205 is the mother and the father of all existence here in Trinidad. 4205.
Cool.
This document, this affidavit here by Asek Mohammed, in this island of Dominion Oils. So in 1955, Trinidad and Tobago was consolidated and leased to Dominion Oils by His Majesty, late King George V. He representatives, yeah, his representatives, yeah. This is a serious document. Nobody has nothing in Trinidad and Tobago. With this document here, it come like everybody supporting a Ponzi scheme. Yeah. I expect the government at Trinidad and Tobago to peruse these documents and get back to the company, Mova Building Construction Company Limited, 31 Commission Street, San Fernando, because the company will close the gates at the refinery in Pointe-à-Pierre via the High Court order, subject to 4205 of 1956. Thank you very much, sir.